Ooh, welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for chapter 3 of Smiley, and this series is just crazy. Welcome back again, guys, and I really do enjoy this series because it is a cult series, and I will, I guess, give out that warning out if you are triggered by that kind of stuff, then this is probably not the series that you should be watching. But I personally like this stuff just because one, it is the type of suspense and horror that definitely could happen, right? There's all types of genres when it comes to horror, and there is stuff that is way over the top. It's like, okay, maybe it could happen, but once in a blue moon. And then there's stuff that is way beyond over the top, way false. Like, it's like, okay, that's probably not ever gonna happen. And then there's stuff like this that for a fact this happens. Like, it might not be exactly like this, but it happens. And wow, that was, I don't know if my mic caught that, because I know it's a condensed mic, but there's big thunder outside. Exciting. I love rain. Anyways, yeah, it is a series that I'm really enjoying. Before anything, guys, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media and other places, so make sure you guys do follow me there. Give some love by checking out my other series that I do have here, that I do chapter by chapter, and some volume by volume. So check all those out, as well as anime series, light novel series, live action series, a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of stuff here, so go check all that out. Okay, last we left off, this dude looked like he was going to be killed. I'm just going to be honest, right? He's not the main dude, but he's the one working with the main dude, and he was trying to delete everything, all the history from the computer, because he knows that this cult disappears people. And he just kind of brushed it off like, oh yeah, I'm just paranoid. But no, there's someone definitely checking out what he's doing, and he gotta make sure that he's not that he's careful, right? Even though he's not the one investigating, it's his co-worker. Now, co-worker starts talking about basically what the cult leader that he is part of, the section of, let's keep this straight, it is not the main cult, it is a portion that they start, and eventually they level up, I guess. And the leader that he's following is a girl, and he's making sure that he knows what she's doing at all times, and essentially he's trying to find a weakness from her. Reason why? Well, he wants to climb up the ranks, and he wants to do it faster than, you know, just being a member. So his friend ends up walking into his thoughts, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just investigating stuff. And he goes on and mentions his daughter, which we saw in chapter 1. We don't know much about the accident yet, but he talks about the tragedy and how she was lost 2 years ago. And he's like, hey, we haven't talked since then. And our protagonist does the whole weird smile, and he's like, I'm gotten over it, right? Everything's okay. Stop bothering me, right? Kind of deal. Leave me alone. He wants to deal with it on his own, and he's using this cult as a cover-up, but also he's trying to find his wife. Now, the friend himself doesn't get, tricked by him, and he tells them that he thinks it to himself that he needs to be careful because people do disappear left and right in this cult. Now, again, we have a protagonist asking people how he can move up the ranks, and basically everyone gives him the same answer, that he has to gain a virtue, and he has to gain the virtue. And he's like, well, how do you gain virtue? It's like, well, you just have to attend and give your money and do all this, and eventually you're gonna gain virtue. And there's no like clear answer, right? And this is how cults always keep people, and I think anything that really hooks you in this addictive wanna stay situation is like, well, eventually I'm gonna get the next level, but you never get there. Like, or any if you do move up, you never get to the spot that you actually want to be in. So they keep you wanting and wanting more, and pledging yourself and giving money and more money, and eventually you just don't have enough. So he again decides that the best way is to stalk this girl, figure out a weakness, and then blackmail her so that she can tell him how to move up in the ranks. And he starts tailgating her, right? And we get this little thing of like, his phone goes off and he's like, oh shoot, my second phone went off. And he talks about how he has two phones. One is his actual phone, and two, his second phone is the phone that he uses for the cult. Now, his personal phone, not the cult phone, is going off. So he answers it, and behold, it is the girl that he himself is stalking. And she's like, Mr. Sato, what are you doing here? And that's it. That's the end of the chapter. Now, big questions. How does she have that number, right? Because it's not the cult number, not the one that he's using with the cult. It's a number that supposedly no one should know, right? So that means they themselves are digging information on who's joining the cult. We'll put that out. Secondly, how does she know that he was tailgating her, right? As far as he knew, he was doing a good job of hiding it. So how does she find out? Was she informed? Does she, does she know that he's been tailgating her for a while? All these questions, right? And third, and this is my conclusion, is the friend involved? And how much is he involved? I think he is. That's the question I have, though. Is he or not? And if he is, I think he is, how much is he involved, right? Because it seems like maybe he's the one that blew the whistle on him. It's like, hey, he's tailgating you. He's trying to get more information. Keep an eye on him, right? So personally, I think it's the friend. But I could be wrong. It's insane. It's a great series. Like I said, not a lot of killing, not a lot of like left and right horror jump scares, nothing like that. It's a very suspenseful, like, be careful what you're doing or they're gonna catch you type of deal. I do like that. The how tense the situation is getting with Mr. Sato is just it's great. I really do enjoy it, and the whole cult thing just adds to the aspect. So let me know what you guys think. I do have 2 chapter reviews on this one already out other than this video, so check those out if you haven't seen those. I think this one has like 13 chapters, something like that. So I do have at least like 2-3 months more of releasing this series. It has 12 chapters, so about two more months at least, if not more, of releasing the series. And then hopefully the other ones that I was reviewing release more stuff for me to review. So we'll just have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, give some love for comment, liking, and sharing, and I will see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.